Merry Christmas everyone! I'm back with another video for you today, and many of you tell me, reach out to me, post comments on my videos, send me messages saying you like certain fragrances but you don't like either the top notes or you don't like either the dry down and the base notes and all that good stuff. Even I have these complaints with some fragrances. Sometimes there are fragrances that I don't like the top notes and I don't want to stay and wait for the dry down to appreciate a fragrance. So those are types of fragrances I don't usually talk about on the channel. There are fragrances that I'm okay with the top notes and eventually really in love with the base notes. But today I wanted to put together a video of fragrances that I enjoy from start to finish. From the top notes to the heart notes to the base notes. These are some of my most favorite fragrances, and one of the reasons why I enjoy these fragrances is because I love what the fragrance does to me, on me, when I'm wearing them from start to finish. So if you want to find out about 20 fragrances that smell great from start to finish, then please stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian. Yes, today I'm talking about 20 fragrances that I really love to wear, and I love and enjoy them from start to finish. Awesome fragrances from niche houses and designers. Before I let you know what the fragrances are, if this is your first time tuning into the channel and you still haven't subscribed, please do click the subscribe button and also click the bell so that you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. So it is Christmas and I want to get this video done as soon as possible so you don't have to spend too much time with me. But let's go ahead and start off with a fragrance from the house of FREDERIC MALLE. This is MUSC RAVAGEUR. I really enjoy this particular fragrance from start to finish because everything about it is really great. The vanilla in this, the loads of musk in this, the spices, even the lavendery touches in here are perfection. Eventually it settles to a kind of a sandalwoody, ambery patchouli, but it's very gourmand musk. Wonderful wearing experience, FREDERIC MALLE MUSC RAVAGEUR. This next one's from the house of TIZIANA TERENZI. It's URSA. URSA I enjoy because it's a great combination of booziness with fruits, vanilla, patchouli, and leather. Yes, this particular version, it is very similar to Kilian's Straight to Heaven, which is a weakling compared to this one. Major weakling, even the extreme version is. This is a beast, but it's a boozy beast, and it's got the animalics, and I even enjoy the animalics. I know some of you say it's too animalic for you, but there was a time I didn't enjoy animalics. I've grown to love them, but to an extent I like it enough to satisfy me, but I don't want it overwhelming, and this I don't think is overwhelming for me because I enjoy what it is from start to finish. URSA is a great scent from TIZIANA TERENZI. That's number 2, and we're not ranking this list because I did not want to rank these because it's basically about start to finish. Anyway, this is number 3, going back to the house of FREDERIC MALLE once again. Portrait of a Lady. This absolutely is one of the best fragrances from start to finish. Everything about this one, including the patchouli, the incense, the sandalwoody touches, the musk in here, the benzoin, the spices of cloves, even that fruitiness in here, absolutely amazing from start to finish, and I just love everything about this particular fragrance. It does garner compliments, it does leave a great trail, and that's absolutely a pleasure to wear from start to finish. So Portrait of a Lady, number 3. This one is absolutely a delight to wear. It's a gourmand from the house of DIOR in the FEVE collection. This is FEVE Delicieuses, absolutely a delight to wear, as I said. It's got this powderiness and almost like a kind of nearing like a fougere kind of a touch with the tonka, because there's lavender in here and then also the tonka beans. There's typically in fougere fragrances there's tonka, but it doesn't really go to that fougere side. It stays a gourmand, and I love everything about this one, including the tonka beans, the vanilla, the caramel, the light dark chocolatey touches, the very light fruitiness in here, the resins and leather, and everything about it is just really a delicious combination. So DIOR FEVE Delicieuses is an absolute delight to wear and enjoy from start to finish. So this next fragrance is a freshie, probably the only freshie that I'm going to include in this list. Maybe we'll do a separate fresh list when it becomes warmer. We're in winter right now. This is from the house of LABO. This is Bergamot 22. Man, it's good. It's good from start to finish. It's so realistic and smelling like the actual flowers, the fruit, and the actual leaves of the citrus trees. It's just a delight to wear. And it's absolutely a fantastic freshie to wear when it's really really, really, you know, warm outside and hot and humid, that's when it's perfect to do. But, you know, in the wintertime, it's a great pick-me-up because it smells really, really delicious. Bergamot is also great here. The Vetiver, the Grapefruit, the Orange Blossom, and the Petitgrain. You'll really, really notice the Petitgrain in here. That green bitterness from the leaves of the bitter orange tree. This is amazing. This is Bergamot 22, and it's a delight to wear from start to finish. And it's from the house of LABO. This next one is from the house of SERGE LUTENS, and I recently featured it in a video of fragrances that smells like Christmas to me. This is FEVE and AIGUILLES. Absolute delight to wear from start to finish. Everything about this one smells like Christmas to me. There's Christmas fruits, there's spices, there's Christmas tree. All of it is in here, and it smells fantastic from start to finish. The pine tree, the incense that's in here, the dried fruits, the balsam fir, the spices, bay leaf, the vetiver. Absolutely amazing. There's ambery touches, there's smokiness, woods and green woods and forest pine smells. A delight. It smells like Christmas, and it's great to wear from start to finish. So this is FEVE and AIGUILLES from the house of SERGE LUTENS. If you don't know that one, then you probably haven't been following me too much, because I speak about that one quite frequently. It's absolutely one of my favorite fragrances. So this next one's from an indie niche house, MALLE. It's Charlatan, this one right here. And again, absolutely delightful to wear this. If you are sensitive to animalics or indolic fragrances, this might be too much for you, because I have noticed people react somewhat negatively to it because they pick up the indolic qualities of the jasmine in here. But for me, it's perfection. It also, for me, reminds me a little bit of Noir de Noir from Tom Ford, but with more of an indolic jasmine touch to it. So it's an overload of jasmine. You've got to be warned about that. And again, it's the indolic kind. Lots of jasmine. It's amazing. The rose is amazing. The truffles are also great here. It's the truffles that grow underground. There's a fruitiness in here with the pear, some chocolatey, dark chocolate touches with vanilla, amber, some fruitiness from osmanthus, and some woodsy sandalwood. Everything about this one is amazing to wear. It smells great from start to finish, and it's an absolute delight to wear. I love it. So MALLE Charlatan, it's great fragrance for you to wear and enjoy, as I said, from start to finish. This next one I speak about a lot. Again, these are all some of my most loved fragrances, and I think the reason these are most loved is because I enjoy them from start to finish, and that's the reason I'm doing this video, because as I said, a lot of you were complaining about some fragrances that are not perfect to wear when, you know, to enjoy the top notes, but you enjoy the base notes and vice versa. I have run into this particular situation many times where I hate the top notes, but what it happens is it settles to a beautiful dry down. But those are the kind of fragrances I don't really talk about, because I want to enjoy the fragrance from start to finish. Anyway, number 8, Psychedelic from the house of Jovoy. I absolutely love this. It's perfection from start to finish. It's just that kind of chocolate cakey patchouli, very earthy patchouli here. I enjoy everything about the patchouli in this one, but I also enjoy the ambery touches, the vanillic touches, the labdanum, the musk, geranium, rose, and all of the notes combined together. The resins and the vanillic touches in here, and the amber is what creates this kind of a chocolatey touch, a chocolate cake, but it's lots of patchouli. Very, very sexy too. So this is Psychedelic at number 8. The next fragrance, going to the house of Nishane. This is Ani. This is another one that's really, really great. And I had stopped speaking about this one, but I've kind of like started wearing it again, and I'm like, wow, this is so good. It's a really, really great creation from Cecile Zarokian for Nishane. Everything about it from start to finish is absolutely amazing. And I love vanilla. This is vanillic, but it's kind of a zingy, woody take on vanilla. You've got lots of woods here. You've got sandalwood, and that zing comes from the ginger note in here. And then there's a spiciness from cardamom, some light fruitiness from blackcurrant, a little citrusy touch from bergamot, and more spices from pink pepper. But it's an absolute delight to wear from start to finish. And also, this is a very, very sexy fragrance. Just the combination really works, and it's one of those fragrances that I enjoy from start to finish, as I say. So, Ani from the house of Nishane, a great fragrance if you don't know that one. Now, this is a beloved fragrance for me. Absolutely love it. And it wears a little linear to me, but even though it wears linear, I still love the fragrance. It's Montal's Intense Cafe. Just everything about it is very cozy, very, very cozy. The experience is cozy, and when you first spray it, it smells great, and when it's drying down and ending or finishing its life of wear on you, it still smells great. That's the kind of fragrances I like and I love. This is Rose, Vanilla, Coffee, Musk, Floral Notes, Amber. And even though I mentioned coffee, and they mentioned coffee as a note, the coffee in this is very, very light. It's way in the background, more like a latte, light on the coffee kind of thing. But there's loads of amber here and loads of rose, and it's like a rose latte experience. So Montal's Intense Cafe at number 10. Here's another one that's really a great fragrance to wear, and it was an instant love when I first bought it, and I still love it to this day. Many of you complain it's kind of gotten weak. I don't know if it's gotten weak. Maybe our noses got too used to it, so we're smelling it a little stronger. Not stronger, weaker is what I should say. But this is a great fragrance from the House of Parfums of Marley. It's Herod. I love the tobacco in here. I love the vanilla touches in here. The cinnamony, spicy touches in here. And of course, there's a fruity undertone here. There's a major osmanthus note in here. It's a flower that kind of has this kind of like tea, fruity, apricot-y kind of, you know, smell qualities or accords to it. So it's in there connected and joined with all these notes, and then a little bit of a incensey smoke in here as well. So all the way through, from start to finish, this one wears beautifully on me. Yes, it's not strong, it's not beastly, but it's very classy and also very sexy. So Herod at number 11. It's a great fragrance from start to finish. And this is another one I got to talk about. One of my absolute favorite fragrances from the house of Dior. It's Dior Homme Parfum. Wow, amazing fragrance. This is absolutely a delight to wear. Initial blast is really intense. It's thick. It's a beefy fragrance, the beefy version of the entire collection from the Dior Homme line of fragrances. But it's lots of iris with leather, smells like makeup or lipstick smeared in a leather purse, and you open that up and that's what you smell, kind of a thing. But I love everything about this with the iris and leather, but there's also sandalwood. It's enjoyable. The ambrette's muskiness is really sexy. Rose, some oud, cedar, and orange. It's absolute perfection. Dior Homme Parfum, such a delight to wear from start to finish. It's a fantastic fragrance. One of my favorites, all-time favorites. Well, I do enjoy a lot of Maison Francis Kurkdjian fragrances, although the brand has been kind of slipping because I think the conglomerate kind of takes it and kind of like kills all the, you know, more cultish fragrances, the ones that don't sell but like are loved by the perfumistas that are really into perfume. So they basically leave like what's really selling. And thank God this is still around. It's not, I mean, it's not like the predecessor, what came before this, but I really love the fragrance still. It's Grand Soir from the house of Maison Francis Kurkdjian, and it's a gorgeous amber. It smells fantastic with its amber, the benzoin, which is kind of a resinous vanillic touch. There's also some syrupy vanilla here, some tonka beans and labdanum, but there's also some additional qualities about this fragrance that I really enjoy. There's a kind of a cacao touch here, like a dusting of chocolate sprinkled on top of the ambery experience. Really a wonderful fragrance from start to finish. It's very sexy as well. It's like a gourmand amber, but very beautiful. There's something refined about it, and that's what I find about you know, the quality of Francis Kurkdjian. He knows how to refine fragrances, and some ambers can be very harsh. When you smell this one, it's very refined, beautiful. So that is Maison Francis Kurkdjian Grand Soir, number 13. Again, this is not a ranked video. Once again, another amber, this time going to the House of Tower Perfumes, L'air du Desert Marocain. Amazing from start to finish. Great top notes, great heart notes, and great base notes, and wonderful. It's a dry amber, more resinous. There's actually spices in here. There's a cumin, there's cedar vetiver, there's some Petitgrain note, but beautiful. Everything about it is really perfection. It's completely different than the amber of Grand Soir. So different, like night and day different. This one is a little more rough, but still amazing from beginning to end. So Tower Perfumes, I was going to say Accour de Desert, which I could say that, but this is L'air du Desert Marocain, number 14. This one is a beautiful honey tobacco fragrance. This is Naxos. Once again, beautiful fragrance from start to finish. And this kind of sort of like FEVE Delicieuses is less gourmand, more fougere-like to me, because there's a major component of lavender in here. But lots of tobacco with bergamot. There's lemons, cinnamon, honey, cashmere, tonka beans, vanilla beans, but a beautifully delicious gourmandish take on kind of like an amber fougere, but light on the fougere, more on the amber, but with the tobacco. Beautiful fragrance, really great. I love this one. Perfect from beginning to end. So Naxos from from SERGE at number 15. So this next one, I've got two fragrances from this house. I'm going to start off with the first one. Le Lion from the house of Chanel. Absolutely a delight to wear. Great, great amber. Perfection. It's perfection. Probably one of the better fragrances they've launched in recent years. But it is in their less exclusive collection. But this one, it's great from the beginning. Like the citruses at the top are absolutely amazing. And then there's the vanillic touches and the patchouli and, you know, the musk and the heart. And then finally the amber labdanum. And it's got like leathery touches and smokiness. It kind of gets animalic, but absolutely 100% perfection. Perfumer, it's Olivier Polge. Is it Olivier? Yeah, Jacques is his father. He did a great job with this one. He absolutely did. There's reminders of other fragrances. It reminds me a little bit of Shalimar. It reminds me a little bit of Coromandel. Even Curta-Russi. But those are light, because this is a great creation on its own. Le Lion. I really love that fragrance. This is from the house of Chanel. Here's another great one from the house of Guerlain. Another ferocious fragrance. This is Bois Mysterio. A wonderful, wonderful fragrance. Everything about this one from beginning to end is amazing. There's light spices and aromatics up top, but it develops into a leather, spicy, woody, a little animalic, a little sweaty, but everything about this one is perfection. As I said, it wears beautifully on me, and I can't get enough of the way it smells from the beginning, as I said, in the top notes, and then in the dry down. It dries down to a woody leather, spicy, dry, but of course those aromatics and green touches up top are amazing. But loads of leather. There's myrrh with the resinous touches, cedar, patchouli, bay laurel, jasmine, and some neroli. So it's very light with the neroli touches, because for me it's mostly about the woods, the spices, and that leather note. So Guerlain Bois Mysterio, absolutely a delight to wear. Can't forget this one. This is from the house of Tom Ford. It's Tobacco Vanille. Again, another really, really absolutely favorite fragrance. And you know, it's a little rough. There's roughness here, but it's a delight to wear from top to bottom, from, you know, the top notes to the base notes. It just smells really, really great. And I love everything about it. The dirty, ashy tobacco touches in this one. The syrupy, dry, vanillic, and powdery touches in this one. Loads of spices like cinnamon and cloves. There's the chocolatey touches here. There's the dried fruits, there's fruitiness, the woods and the tonka beans. Everything about this one smells great. And it's a fantastic to wear during the holidays as well. So Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille. Really, really wonderful fragrance. This one is also a delight. My favorite fragrance from this house, Diptyque, it's Benzoin Bohème. Boy, it's so good. It's all about benzoin, and it's very, very ambery, but there's woods in here, and there's some patchouli to contrast the syrupy, resinous touches of the benzoin, and of course the styrax as well. That dries down to a sandalwood. It's creamy, it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, but there's that patchouli that comes in and adds this kind of like earthy, woody layer to the fragrance that contrasts beautifully against the syrupy, resinous touches that creates the ambery experience. Benzoin Bohème, beautiful fragrance from the house of Diptyque. And this is the second fragrance from the house of Chanel. Coromandel, a beautifully delightful fragrance to wear. Creamy, chocolatey, white chocolatey more, but the earthy patchouli is fantastic. Really, really beautiful. And it's a nice sparkly contrast to that creamy white chocolatiness. And I believe there's no mention of real white chocolate notes in this one. According to the notes on Chanel, it says patchouli, benzoin, and frankincense. It's a little smoky, and I think it's this benzoin that creates a white chocolate touch to the fragrance. It's creamy, it's ambery, it's vanillic, and it's absolutely delicious with the patchouli. So Coromandel, beautiful fragrance from beginning to end. It's a delight to wear. Anyway, those are my 20 favorite fragrances that smell great from start to finish. What are your favorite fragrances that smell great from start to finish? Or do you have fragrances that either don't smell great when it starts, or ends kind of boring and you hate? Let me know what they are, because I have some, and I don't want to mention what they are because this is not about that, but I want to hear from you guys which fragrances don't work for you, either in the top notes or in the base notes in the dry down. Anyway guys, thanks so much for watching today's video. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas if you celebrate. I celebrate Christmas. I'm visiting my mom, but I've got this video for you today. If you have any questions or comments, please list below. Please like this video, please share it, follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye. Well, I do have a bonus fragrance for you guys, and this is a cheapie you can get for very, very inexpensive, but it is a great fragrance from start to finish. Absolutely amazing. I love everything about this one, and I speak about it a lot. This is Bentley for Men Intense from the House of Bentley. Man, it's so good. It smells really, really great. Everything about this one, the ambery touches, the boozy touches, the smoky touches, resinous touches, the spicy touches, the leathery touches, top-notch amazing. So it's got an incense, leather, benzoin, rum, black pepper, patchouli, woods, cinnamon, and cedar. One fantastic inexpensive budget cheapie that you should definitely have in your collection. It is male targeted. I think women can totally pull off wearing this one, but it really does smell great, leaves a great trail. It's very sexy, and I think it's one of the best fragrances out there currently that's very, very inexpensive. Anyway, bonus fragrance, Bentley for Men Intense. Smells amazing from beginning to end.